Is your dog smarter than you? Have you ever wondered if your furry friend is a canine Einstein? This morning, my dogs tricked me into thinking that they'd already had their breakfast. You see, my housekeeper usually gives them their breakfast. And then they run over to me for a very small treat as a reward for finishing all their food. This is the standard that we have evolved at this house. But once in a while, one or two of the six, yeah, I have six dogs, one or two of them sometimes tries to con me into giving them the treat, even though they haven't had their breakfast yet. Of course, I always recognize the con, and I tell them to come back when they've had their food. Well, this morning, five of the six ran over to me and licked their chops as if they'd just eaten their breakfast, and I fell for the con, even though I was wondering why one of the dogs, named Shadow, walked by me and didn't act like it was time for her treat. Was she not part of the plan that the group had put together? Or maybe Shadow had a plan for a long con. Maybe she was actually trying to impress me and sucker me in so that I'd always believe her in any of her future antics. And that reminds me of a time when Ruby was in the easy chair near my computer desk. Usually, when I'm working on the computer, Shadow relaxes in that chair. It's near my computer and she can see me and so forth. So when she saw Ruby in her spot, she had to make a plan. Yes, her brain went into overdrive. She came over to me and enticed me to reach down and pet her. And of course I did. I did exactly that. Well, when Ruby saw me petting Shadow, Ruby got out of the chair and ran over to get some loving as well. And as soon as Ruby got out of the chair, Shadow made a beeline for her favorite place to relax. At the time, I thought, wow, Shadow had been very lucky. But eventually, I began to think that Shadow was the actual brains of the whole gang. You're not convinced yet, are you? Yeah, it's clear they aren't solving advanced math problems or composing symphonies. But dogs seem to possess extraordinary types of intelligence that often rival human capabilities in surprising ways. Hi, I'm Kate, and this is my YouTube channel, Dogs, Dogs, Dogs Forever. In these videos, I share how dogs have always been such an important part of my life. You might even see one or more of my 5 Whippets and my Dalmatian at some point. If you want to get a drink or a snack, just put me on pause for a moment and please then come back. But maybe you'd be kind enough to give me a thumbs up and subscribe now. Thanks. So now back to doggy intelligence. Let's look at communication. Dogs seem to read us better than we read them. One of the most astonishing ways dogs demonstrate their intelligence is through their ability to understand human intentions. Dogs are skilled at following human gestures. Even young puppies can understand a human pointing to a hidden treat, a task that stumps even chimpanzees, our closest genetic relatives. Yeah, sometimes I even point with my feet and they still understand that there's something delicious to be uncovered. And then what about memory? Well, dogs remember more than you might think. While dogs may not have the same kind of episodic memory as humans, where we can recall specific events from our past time, dogs excel in associative memory. In other words, they remember patterns that they link to specific outcomes. For instance, your dog knows the sound of the treat bag opening means that a snack is coming, or that grabbing your car keys signals a car trip, or that picking up the leash means a walk. And my dogs know that if I pick up the doggy toenail clippers, they look for a good place to hide because they know that having the dreaded nail clipping is going to happen to them. In fact, my dogs run away from me even when I'm using an innocent human nail clipper on my own fingernails. So this type of memory allows them to anticipate your actions and adapt their behavior accordingly. While you may struggle to remember where you left your car keys, your dog remembers where their favorite toy is hidden. And no matter how quietly you try to open your own bag of potato chips, dogs have a hearing 4 to 5 times more acute than yours. So you can never unwrap anything quietly enough. Just give up. So what about the problem solving? Can dogs outsmart humans? I guess you already know the answer to this if you paid attention to my story about my dogs conning me into giving them treats. Yes, dogs are excellent problem solvers, especially when it comes to getting what they want. They often show remarkable ingenuity when faced with obstacles. For example, a dog might figure out how to open a door just by watching how humans use the handle. And they can learn to manipulate a puzzle feeder to get treats out of it. Their problem-solving skills are often trial and error based, but their determination and adaptability frequently lead to success. Certain breeds like border collies, poodles, and German shepherds are particularly recognized for their problem-solving abilities. Whippets are never on the list of the smartest breeds, but my Whippets have certainly trained me to do whatever they want. So I'd say that makes them just as smart as they need to be. Why would they bother wasting intelligence on unnecessary tactics? And what about when it comes to empathy and social bonding? Dogs definitely outperform humans. Yes, dogs truly shine in their capacity for empathy and social bonding. They have an incredible ability to sense human emotions and respond appropriately. They've evolved alongside humans for thousands of years, honing their skills in understanding and reacting to our moods. And even when your furry friend is just being neutral, research has shown that interacting with your dog can lower your stress hormones and increase your feel-good hormones. While dogs seem to have an innate ability to connect with humans on an emotional level and provide comfort and companionship that feels almost intuitive, humans often struggle with understanding nonverbal cues from family and friends and often end up in unnecessary altercations. Why can't we be as empathetic as our dogs? The adaptability of dogs has made it possible for them to thrive in a human world. Yes, dogs have an uncanny ability to adapt to their environment, a skill that ensures their survival and strengthens their bond with humans. From navigating busy city streets to understanding household routines, dogs adjust quickly to new situations. They can even learn behaviors that aren't natural to them, such as using a doggy door or riding calmly in a car. Humans, on the other hand, often end up in unpleasant predicaments because of their inability to adapt to new situations. Dogs, on the other hand, are more than willing to embrace new environments and learn new behaviors, especially when done with their human. That puts them way ahead of humans in this regard. Next, dogs have a sense of smell that humans can't rival. I'm not sure olfactory abilities are actually a form of intelligence, but in any case, dogs leave humans in the dust. A dog's sense of smell is up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours, allowing them to detect scents at incredibly low concentrations. This ability has been harnessed in fields ranging from law enforcement to medicine. Dogs can sniff out drugs, explosives, missing persons, and even diseases like cancer and diabetes. This olfactory intelligence is so advanced that dogs can recognize the unique scent of each individual human, distinguishing between people even if they share the same environment. While humans rely heavily on visual and auditory clues, dogs' noses give them a level of sensory intelligence that far surpasses ours. Is loyalty an intelligence? Maybe yes, maybe no. But loyalty is definitely another area where dogs outshine humans. Once a dog forms a bond with their human, that loyalty remains steadfast. Dogs don't hold grudges. They don't dwell on past mistakes. They don't demand perfection or remind you what you did the other day. They love unconditionally. And this ability to remain loyal is a trait that humans could learn from. So let's embrace the smarts of our dogs. Do you think your dog is smarter than you? In some areas, absolutely. Their ability to read us, adapt to our world, and connect on an emotional level is nothing short of extraordinary. So the next time your dog outsmarts you by opening a cabinet or comforting you during a tough day, give them an extra treat. They've earned it. And you'd better believe that my precious dog Shadow is going to get extra treats from me. Yes, her long con definitely worked on me. Please make a comment to share some times when your dog has outsmarted you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Till next time.